Hello, welcome to the Daily Political Tarot readings here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. I know I say that every day, but it's true. I really do appreciate it. I'm here 365 days of the year, and 10% of all the income that comes into the channel that gets to me goes to feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That's an ongoing thing. We also have Epic Troll Slayers. Thank you. Thank you for keeping us safe and this wonderful community and keeping everything going. Thank you. I may seem a little subdued right now because last night there was something in the news. I was actually, I keep telling you guys about the Book Art Media live stream every day at 4 o'clock Chicago time, where we just work on our creative projects in 25-minute blocks, whatever your own project is. So it can be anything. Well, toward the end of it, Kristen was there from Uncover the News, who brings amazing news, and brought to my attention what's going on in Texas and how things could potentially be about to get much worse in Texas, or at least just worse. And it's already pretty bad, so I think it's fair to say much worse. So we're going to start there today. So if I seem... We read on it a little bit, actually. It was really nice. Lynette was on camera, and so was my best friend, Sarah. And they both pulled cards, which was really nice. So we read toward the end of it, and it wasn't looking great. So I want to have a proper look at it today. Mitchell, the person I've got to look at what was this person's name again? It was Mitchell. Oh, what's his name? Jonathan Mitchell, I believe. Let me grab that while I've got it there. Go over here and just tuck this in there. All right, so make sure I've got that name. Okay, but I'm very happy to see you. And you can tell that well, I don't know if you can tell, but I found myself very drawn to the neon today. And it was like, I wonder if that's because my head feels like it's about to burst into flames. But anyway, we do the nice Halloween. I thought it'd be fun. Okay. Texas. I lived in San Marcos. I've lived in Texas. I have done my time shopping in the HEB. What are you doing? Anyway, okay. So I'm just reading on the collective energy here for anybody who's new. It's a spiritual belief. Belief that all of our souls are tiny pieces of the divine, every single one of us, and that we are connected, and that there is a collective energy we can gather information from. It is not, reading on it is not 100%. It is interesting and comforting to tap into the collective, but do not take anything to the bank that you get from it. This is not Psychic Griswelda who knows all. No, that's not how this works. And for those who don't have these kinds of beliefs, it's just entertainment. So maybe give you some ideas you hadn't had before, ways of looking at things. So anyway, all right. So let's jump in at 4:30. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you for being so kind. You really are a comfort to me. I appreciate it more than you know. Hopefully I'm able to comfort you guys, but you certainly comfort me. So anyway, all right. So at 4, okay, at 4:45. So here's the deal. Chris says, bring me up to date. What's happening in Texas, please? Your wish is my command, Chris. So here's what's going on. Jonathan Mitchell, apparently, and I could be wrong, but I this is what I've read, and I think I've got this right. Jonathan Mitchell was the cruel person behind the 6-week abortion ban in Texas. Okay, he is not. Oh wait, Roland is saying, I watched the hearing with the Ninth Circuit Court yesterday. Apache stronghold protecting Oak Flats. I'm hopeful. Please continue to pray. Wait 3 to 9 months. Oh, I hope they can keep their sacred lands. Oh, please let them keep their sacred lands. Absolutely. We'll send positive energy that way. Absolutely. Flying without a broom. I like that. Ooh, Psychic Griswelda seems like a great Halloween costume. Maybe someday, but I already have my Halloween costume. I'm very excited. Matter of fact, I have it sitting out in my bedroom on the desk, so I can it's not just a one day I can enjoy it. I can just, as I walk by, I can look at it. Anyway. Okay, Texas. Let's try again. Jonathan Mitchell, our least favorite person, is the... Oh, do you want to see a picture of this guy, this jerk? Hold, please. Let you need to know who this person is. The conservative lawyer behind the Texas abortion ban. Yes, indeed. Oh, he has his own Wikipedia page. Oh, lucky you. Oh, that one doesn't have a picture on it, though, so let's look at this one. I saw his picture a minute ago. Oh, he's Federalist Society. Here we go. You'll love this. Let's see here. Share screen. Chrome tab. Jonathan Mitchell. Yes, indeed. Jonathan F. Mitchell is principal at Mitchell Law PLLC. Blah, 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 blah. In 2010, Mr. Mitchell was appointed Solicitor General of Texas, a position he held until January of 2015. And then after leaving that, he served as a visiting professor, and he's published numerous works, and this is not a great picture of this guy. I'm just saying, just isn't. They had a bigger version of that somewhere, but I can't find it to save my... Oh, here it is. Found it. It's over on the Advocate. Let's stop this screen and we'll share screen, Chrome tab. Let's see, is this it? Yes, that's it. There he is. If this was a dating app, I would be so suspicious of that picture. But anyway, in a brief to the Supreme Court, Jonathan Mitchell argues that rulings for marriage equality bans were lawless. And you have to understand this. The mastermind of the Texas abortion ban, has invited the U.S. Supreme Court to overturn or at least severely undermine the LGBTQ plus rights decision. And what he's saying, that it is a court-invented right to homosexual behavior and same-sex marriage. These rights, like the right to abortion from Roe, are judicial connotations, and there's no other source of law that can be invoked to salvage their existence. Oh, to do. And this is the word. Obergefell. Obergefell, to my limited knowledge, is something we really need to. That you start hearing that word, and someone's talking about that eroding. Worry, because there are these certain laws, and they're in them attacking Roe versus Wade. They're not just attacking Roe versus Wade, but if they, the thing about the court cases, like what in shorthand they'll call Lawrence or Obergefell, if you unravel those, you unravel gay marriage, but you unravel a lot of things. And there was, I wish Sarah was here to explain, because she was telling me that she'd been doing a lot of reading on this. And I mean, it would, if you unravel those, there's a possibility you can unravel things all the way back to slavery. Now, I'm not saying it's going to get there, but this has huge implications. So this Jonathan Jackwagon Mitchell, yeah, they're playing with fire down in Texas. So Texas, what are you doing? Barbara says, what makes this guy so special? Is the rest of the world in the wrong? Heavens above, he's sick. Dave says fascists' only goal is control. Yeah. These people are fascists. I'm not just using hyperbole when I call them that. It's not like, you're left wing, you don't like the right. Oh no, no. I'm not that. You know, I'll say things about the Republicans, sure, but fascism is a whole other thing, and this is it. So I'm gonna get my hair off of my neck, getting a bit warm. Jolie says they just want to strip rights away from anyone they deem as unworthy. Exactly. Teresa Ford, that's interesting. Teresa says Texas is trying to lower the vibe of the whole planet because they require a low vibe to survive in their current incarnation. And White Dragon got a Pfizer booster yesterday. Oh, good. I'm glad. Something about the Federalist Society? Hang on. Linda Johnson is saying the Federalist Society is the group that gave the list for the Supreme Court candidates in dark money. Exactly. And I saw a headline or a title for a video that said when Coney Barrett was being questioned. Let me see. Hang on. Let me just put this last pin in. Makes me a little hot under the collar. Thank you, Colleen. Thank you. Thank you for holding our hands as we wander into the darkness together. Oh, we're in this together. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. That's just how it is. So, where was it? I think it was back here. Hang on. Oh, yeah. 1 year ago, I won't play the video, but I can show you, because you should see. Stop that screen and share. just the title of this. Barrett dodges questions on Obergefell case. Okay. So, here we are. So I want to look at this jerk, Jonathan Jackwagon Mitchell. I want to look at Obergefell and the future of that. And if not Obergefell, exactly those kind of related things. Because last night when Kristen brought it up, and at the end of the live stream yesterday on Book Art Media, it was so shocking to us that he was bringing this up, this Jonathan Mitchell guy, but also he's got the ear of these Texas lawmakers. And he came up with that horrendous 6-week abortion ban. And the Texas lawmakers were like, yay, let's do that. So, so I want to look at this jerk. I want to look at Obergefell and Obergefell, Lawrence, and just basically the rollback of modern rights. Okay. So it's 1730. We'll look at this person. Hard to call him that. And I'm sorry, but that headshot, that picture of him, that one picture of him, that's very suspicious. First of all, it looks 30 years old. Second of all, he looks like a pile of dough. If you're watching this on replay, go back. I showed you a picture of the guy. Jonathan Mitchell. The architect of the 6-week abortion ban in Texas. And it feels like it needs to be an overloaded Celtic. I would really prefer if this guy, a reading on this guy felt like it needed to be 3 cards because he's so inconsequential and I do have my ire up because now my whole nose itches, the whole thing. It happens. There's something that has to do with what, like your blood vessels or something when you get worked up. And yeah, there's something about that. Jonathan Mitchell. Oh no, it does feel like a 5 card. Okay, good. Because I didn't want to do. He does not deserve a full Celtic overloaded. One of my overloaded Celtic readings. Chris Azoka is saying he sounds like the Stephen Miller of Texas. I'm afraid I live in Texas and it's getting pretty scary. Oh, Chris, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Marie is saying, by the way, it feels to me, my intuition, that Coney Barrett was bought by Trump's money through and through. I'm sure she was bought by money to some extent, but it's Kavanaugh who needed the money. It's Coney Barrett. They just needed to appeal to her religious extremism and she'd do anything. And then as soon as she got permission from her husband, she could accept the nomination to be a Supreme Court justice. There's no one that's come out and said that, but I'd be floored if she did not ask her husband's permission. Yeah, but oh, he's just working. Where do they even get these people? Ace of Swords, Star, Two of Pentacles, Strength, and Page of Swords. Sneaky. Oh, he feels sneaky. Sneaky. He's this feels like, actually, it feels like the Supreme Court looking at stuff that he's done and really examining and questioning. It doesn't feel quite like the slam dunk that he's hoping for and we're afraid of. And it feels like he's just going to keep slinking around in the background. You know, he wants the One Ring, and Gollum's just going to slither around in the background. That's what this feels like. Only there was a time way back when Gollum, before he became Gollum, might have had a shred of decency in him somewhere. This guy does not. It's this extremism. This is black and white extremism. Hello, C. Torino. You may wish you hadn't come today. What did I walk in on? Sherry H. saying she's the ultimate example of a Stepford wife. Oh, Coney Barrett. Yeah, she's the Stepford Justice. Yeah, that's what I call her. Okay. Marie says, let's ask Sam and Dean to close the gates of hell. That's where these awful people come from. Where's that cemetery? Can they close that crypt? Sam, Dean, Bobby. Sorry. I'm trying to find some humor here. I'm trying to keep my energy up. Okay. We thought that we were making forward steps in the same way that we thought there were a lot of good things in place that turns out weren't in place, and we didn't know that until Donald Trump got into office. Then we found out there were a lot of things we thought were in place were not in place. So here he comes, Mr. Sneaky. And I'll have to ask for some more cards. I know that it's usually the Seven of Swords is the thief card. And Lori from the Way of Positive Change. Oh, do follow the Way of Positive Change. Lori is the biggest sweetheart. Seriously, she makes me look like a Disney villain. In comparison, she's so sweet. We have some of the sweetest human beings imaginable on these YouTube these sort of New Age tarot and whatnot channels. Like Sienna Rose, like Lori at Wave Positive Change. Sheila's a sweetheart too, over on Celtic Tarot Sheila. Anyway, she calls the Seven of Swords, she calls him Sneaky Pete. But this feels very sneaky. Oh, you think this is settled? Oh, well, we'll just fiddle with it a little, fiddle until you unbalance it so much that it collapses. That's the goal here. That's the Supreme Court. What feels like one of the only chances. Thank you, Sherry. Lucky girl is here. Hello. Sandy Miller. It is such a lovely community. And you make it a lovely community. This person is awful. There's no talking to this person. The energy is totally inflexible. Totally. I mean, to the point where this isn't even someone where, there's some people who are very uptight and ridiculous and look down on others, and they use religion as an excuse. And those people, it's like you just want to say, hey, you want a tarot reading? Happy to do it for you. Just to poke them. This guy, no. There's no sense of humor here. There's no. This is extreme authoritarianism, and there's no backing down from it. So what's going to happen to Mitchell here? I like people. That's the thing. It disappoints me when we run across people like this, because I like people in general, and most people are just trying to get through the day. They're not bad. And if you collapsed, there are a lot of people that would run in and try to make sure you're not choking, and they'd call 911 and they'd stand there with you. There are good people in this world, a lot of really good people. And then you get these people, and I'm just like, are you defective? Did someone not check the manual when they got you? Did they not? Did something need to be reset here? Your batteries we can replace? Something a little healthier? I don't know what. Oh, he's got plans. Oh, he and his ilk in the Federalist Society, they are very heartened. Not that they have hearts. Heartened, 3 sizes too small. How successful they've been for the Supreme Court and in Texas. This is not done. They are going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. King of Pentacles. Misogyny, patriarchy, racism. Make America white again. Mawa. That's what it is. It isn't MAGA. It's Mawa. Make America white again. 8 of Swords. 2 of Wands. He might get some of his stuff shot down by the Supreme Court, but it's in the same way Trump made it okay for Tucker Carlson to just sit there on Fox News every night talking like your racist uncle, and Fox News to push replacement theory. I could throw up when I say these kinds of things. You morons. This guy has opened up. He's inspired more of these extremist lawmakers and whatnot. Well-being and health is saying their moms didn't hug them as a child. Could be. Sherry H., how boring is that? Color is what makes our tapestry so rich and interesting. We are a melting pot. In America and in the whole world, we are one. Humanity is one. And we all come from one mitochondrial Eve. We all come from mitochondrial Eve, one woman, about 200,000 years ago. Yeah, science. Joe Ty is saying they believe they're winning. Hopefully it backfires. I hope so. Ellen says not just white again, also put women back in their place. Grandma Rose is saying Stepford wives equals replacement theory. Okay. Onine is asking me to read on the Queen's Bargain document from the 1600s. I'd have to do some research on that first. I'm sorry. Deb Marsh says, this is the muck we have to wade through to get to the good stuff. Hopefully we only have a little further to go. We just have to keep plowing forward. So, oh my gosh, really? Sherry says science is their version of, yeah. Benny's saying, breaking news, Bobert is trolling Alex Baldwin for the death of the cinematographer. Tragedy? Kick somebody when they're down. Go ahead. Cat Shepherd said, why place so much power into something that's temporary, like your body? God sees no color. What color is a soul? Well, theirs are pretty dark. Because they've chosen that to be, but it's not permanent darkness. They're higher selves. You don't get that black as night higher self. There are not evil higher selves. Sherry says, like, that poor man doesn't have enough war to deal with. Oh yeah, that will mess you up. That you need heavy duty therapy after that. It's not his fault, but oh yeah. Oh yeah. Poor guy. Oh no. Diana says, this is the only way I can follow the news, or I can watch a Raskin interview. Otherwise it gives me bad dreams. I hope I help. I do get annoyed. I do get upset though. I'm not always calming. Sometimes I am indignant and that sort of thing, but okay, so at 32:30, the big enchilada. The rollback of modern rights. Do we need to worry about Obergefell, Lawrence, and all of these rulings that gave us, I don't know, decency? Everything from same-sex marriage to, I mean, there's a list. There's a big, long list. Cat Shepherd, what I mean was souls have no color. Oh no, I was just saying that souls, it's your energy field, and these people have terrible energy fields, but it's their energy fields. At the core, they're still pieces of the divine, and your higher self doesn't get dark. That's all I'm saying. Diana says, indignant from you is fine. Gates' indignation makes me come with you. All right, it's 33:30. Okay, let's do an overloaded Celtic on this, because we're talking about not just the rights of same-sex marriage. Thank you, C. Torino. Okay. I'm not gonna. I won't go down that rabbit hole of just how many bad things this could unravel. What was that? Something. Doxy Mom is saying, we occasionally see your stinger bobbing around behind you. What shall we do, Wackus Stingus? Kill them. Naughty Wackus Stingus. That's a TikTok meme that's going around. Wackus Bonkus. And killing them it's all made up. I'm very anti-violence, except in self-defense. In self-defense, yeah, it's yeah. Anyway, All right. Rollback of our modern rights. Oh, if some of these start getting unraveled, I think Sarah was saying it could potentially also unravel things like women's right to vote. I mean, this is big stuff. Well, we got to vote for, well, not even all of us got to vote for 100 years. Some of us didn't get the right to vote until the mid-60s. But 50, 100 years of voting, yeah, great while it lasted. Okay, so are these jackwagons going to be able to carry on with their balderdash, unraveling our modern rights, like the bags of scum that they are? Oh, I hear you, White Dragon. I hear you. I have my issues too. Oh yeah, wrap people up legally, hold them in place. In the past, the card of patriarchy. Patriarchy, emperor. And even the cat's like, who do you think you are? Center of the reading. Possibility of legally hurting so many people. So many people. Above the reading, King of Ghosts. Don't forget, Trump is not in office. Biden is. This could be a whole different ballgame if Trump was still in office. And thank you so much for voting. Don't forget, Uncle Joe. We still have Uncle Joe. And three of wands. So what you send out will come back to you. So yes, Uncle Joe is our president. Joe Biden is our president, but the right is still, is this going to work? Is that going to work? Is this, or we're waiting for that to, we're here to hear back from that court. We're sending this out there. Yeah, they're working it. The base of this reading, I've got the 8 of Pentacles, so working on their right-wing stuff, and the Queen of Wands, so politically married to fascists. These are fascists, the whole group of them. Okay, home environment, Knight of Fascists. Knight of Wands, this is them. Hopes and fears. How much can we get through? Can we get enough through on the state level and the court level to put a wedge in the door so that we can then gain even more and more and more power? What other people see? Queen of Cups. We see a federal government first of all, we see that we have a woman of color who is the vice president of the United States of America for the first time, finally. That is a joyous day. That is a joyous thing. And it's a thumb in the eye to all of these cruel blankety blanks. And by the way, for those who are new around here, I try not to swear on camera. And it's not because I'm supposed to be restrained. It's because I'm trying to keep the energy up as high as possible. The challenge. That's a lot of rights to suspend to really roll us back. But they can try, and it seems like they will try. All right. 2 cards for near future, 3 cards for the final outcome. It's an overloaded Celtic. I use way too many cards. Near future 1 and 2. Oh, there's Sneaky Pete, as Lori calls him. There's the Thief, Thief in the Night. Here's the Queen of Pentacles. So this is your Jonathan Jackwagon Mitchells of the world working with Republicans. And the final outcome is going to be the Lovers. Okay, so the cult of fascism. 9 of Wands, feeling a little beaten up. Because you don't join this cult and end up resting well. The whole point is they're constantly ginning you up to being upset. So, final outcome, Hierophant. They're going to keep fighting for this stuff. Let me see what else I can get. I can't remember. I'm so sorry. I can't remember which one of you. Oh, thank you, Kay. Thank you. And White Dragon, I bet you sound like Yosemite Sam cursing in the background. Oh, yeah. I've had times where, yeah, I saw a news headline come up and I would just, but like I said, when I'm doing the readings, I'm trying to keep the energy up here because we're going down into this muck and I need the pull of that, keeping the energy high. Anyway, I can't remember which one of you it was, but one of you said, making a note and in eating a Tums. Classic Autumn. Steve says, I can't imagine you swearing off camera either. I don't a lot, but I do. Yeah, there are things that come up that it's usually the news. It's 99% of the time it's the news. Something's come up in the news where I'm just, yeah, I've turned the air blue a few times when it comes to Trump. Oh, yeah. Oh, Lynotte's here. Hello, Lynotte. Lynette was with me last night. We were together over on Book Art Media when we were reading on the Texas garbage. Nana Walling, we will lift you, Autumn. Thank you. Cheryl, under your breath. Jolie says, yes, they need to keep their cult followers engaged and enraged so they vote and donate money. Absolutely. Cat Shepherd, I love that. It's my Pennsylvania Deutsch ancestors speaking. Brother, you're standing where I'm about to put my fist. No violence, but it's a clever thing to say. As long as there's no actual violence. Chris Zook is saying, I think Trump makes the Pope cuss. That may be true. Google P says, this episode of Life of the Enriched and Infamous brought to you by Tums. Love you, Autumn. Thank you. Cheryl says, I curse at my kitchen TV. Okay. any more information on this. How far is this garbage going to go? They're going to really undo. I mean, the most recent would be gay rights, gay marriage. Really going to be able to? Oh, they're going to try in every red state they can. They're going to challenge. This has really emboldened other states and other players. King of Pentacles, a right-wing bona fides. Knight of Swords, try to make it law enforcement. Okay, but Four of Swords. They're going to get pushback. They're going to get serious pushback. They can try to send people out to what? You're going to dissolve gay marriage? So you're what? You're going to arrest gay people? Because what Jonathan Jackwagon Mitchell was saying wasn't just against gay marriage. He was saying that the laws against the S word should be removed. No, the laws allowing the S word should be removed. So what, we're going to go back to jailing gay men? But they're going to get pushback. This is not just going to go unchecked, because they keep trying, but there really are too many of us who care, who are allies, who are going to say, oh, nay, sit down. We're not allowing you to take away people's rights that they fought for decades. And we're not going back to making love between consenting adults a crime. Queen of Pentacles, yeah, but that's their whole thing. And my poor third eye. Yes, I see a scummy pond, and I go, okay, let's look in here. Ugh. Judgment. 8 of Wands, 6 of Swords. And us finally trying to hold a lot of these people to account, trying to hold Trump to account, trying to hold the January 6th insurrectionists to account. It basically, Pluto has brought all this garbage to the surface so that it can face the light of day, and we can deal with it and get rid of it. This pox, cancer, whatever it is on humanity. But we have to deal with it. But it doesn't mean it's going to win. It's just in our faces right now. That's what it feels like. Benny Grismore is saying Abbott is planning to sign a bill against LGBTQ, Texit, and congressional map bill next week. Will Garland step in to stop it? Do you have any links to that? Do we know that for certain? And yes, Cat Shepherd, sometimes obscenities are called for, and if this is the case, this might be one of those times. See, Torino says, you can swear up a storm. I'm listening. Patriarchy, again. Diana, yes, Abbott has run amok in the muck. Amok. They're just working. Even if it doesn't work, they'll just keep trying. Let's pull this rabbit out of the hat. Let's try that. It's not working in the long run. but they're just going to try. Kat Shepard said it's been proven that people of high intellect use obscenities more than average. Like I said, when I'm doing readings, I need the energy up here, because then I dip down into this gunk, and then I need to be able to go back up. That's all. Okay. Benny, were you able to find, is anybody able to find any like headlines? Could I like share? Can you send me a link to where we're hearing that Abbott's going to sign stuff next week against LGBTQ rights and Texit? It's like Brexit. Britain leaving. Britain. Texit, which would be Texas, what, seceding? Sit down. Betty Harper saying Abbott is for president. Don't kid yourself. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, well, what else have we got here? While we are waiting to see if anybody can find any headlines, and I would appreciate if anybody can find any information on that. Cheryl says, I don't know how to link, but saw news that said Abbott may be setting this up. Okay. Benny's looking for them now. Thank you, Benny. Thank you. Appreciate that. Well-being and health. This is really interesting. While attending a wedding in Madison, Wisconsin last August, we ran into a MAGA rally, took pictures and videos for historical purposes. Surprisingly, the energy was depressing and sad. Yeah. If your whole sense of superiority is based on that, you're going to have a sad life. So in the meantime, let's look at Sinclair 53. So Sinclair Broadcasting. Sinclair workers say TV channels are in pandemonium after a ransomware attack. Sinclair is still struggling to go back to normal operations. Channels can't air ads. Employees had no email access for days, and there's a lot of confusion. So I know, M. Kelpie, I wish I could like some of the comments I see here. Yeah, I agree with you. That should be an option. All right, Sinclair ransomware. I think they said it may have been something Russian, of course, but why? Sinclair, why would you go after Sinclair? Aren't they your buddies? Sinclair, who hacked Sinclair? Are they gonna get their act back together? I saw a headline last night that said that Rachel has been beating whoever she's up against over at Fox News for her time slot. She's been beating him for 6 months in the ratings. Yes. Go, Rachel. Sinclair Broadcasting. Oh, cold chills. Oh, very cold chills. Absolute fear. Panic. Absolute panic. What do we do? Oh my gosh. I need to turn up my little heater back here. Oh my gosh. This energy is freezing. That's odd. Empress. People sitting on their couches being like, this is odd, trying to watch stuff. That's so funny. That's America sitting on their couches. Huh. Any idea what's going on with the station? Whose energy? I don't know. I just read, the hackers and the Sinclair. Um, they did hackers did a ransomware on the Sinclair systems, and suddenly the energy just got really cold. Whew. Man. Well, they say, I'm not saying this is what it is, but in when, what's his name? Alighieri? Anyway, the nine levels of hell. I always joke that things about Trump are actually down at the bottom level, because at the very, very bottom level of hell, according to Paradise Lost or something. Why can I not think of these names? Because I'm in an alpha state, so I don't have access to the full archive. Anyway, I always say certain things about Trump. It isn't even like in one of the levels of hell where it's hot or what have you. Down at the bottom level, apparently the devil is there encased in ice. And it's like everything about Trump is just, it's like down, it's like in the ice block underneath the devil's rear end. I joke it, but I don't actually believe in the devil, because I don't. I think it's a bunch of manipulation. It's basically astral gunk trying to make themselves look big. They're pathetic. Dante's Inferno, thank you. Dante Alighieri, thank you. Okay, I got half of it right. 8 of Wands, 9 of Swords, Judgment, High Priestess, 3 of Pentacles. They'll put it back together. But boy, there was panic. They got the secrets to hack the system. And there's a lot of fear that with the ransomware, but they'll put it back together. I'm just getting that this is just, I hate to say it, it's just going to become more common. It's the more our systems become, our lives become linked or so reliant on computer systems, stuff like this. It's just going to happen. So, okay. Rachel says, "What happens if there are no captions?" Oh, there aren't any captions on me. I don't know anything about the captions. I'm afraid. I'm sorry. Nuclear Magenta. Do you believe in the devil card? Well, there's dark energy. There's coming from a really negative place, but it's not there is no. I'm my personal beliefs. There is no, Lucifer cast down from heaven. No, you can't cast down the archangels. Why would you? Betraying the archangels, betraying the divine. No, no. That's and the way it appears in my mind's eye. I don't. What do I know? But my understanding is it's kind of fractal. You can think of our souls as kind of the down in the fractal area. So you have the bulk of the divine, and then you've got the archangels, and then under that you've got other layers and smaller until you get down to like my soul and your soul. Our higher selves are above us, and that higher self is connected to all the other lives, like what we think of as our past lives or future lives, which there is no time. It's all happening simultaneously anyway. That's a whole different question, and that's science. That's not just me making something up. So if one of the archangels was cast aside, nobody's cast aside. Nobody. Even if you're the most awful human being ever, and you leave your body and you go down into the most compact, heavy, dark levels, you're still connected. You're on what I call a trickle charge until your system builds up enough energy that it reboots and you can move back up, but you have to face what you did. But still, you move back up. Nobody's lost. We don't lose anybody. And if one of the archangels split, it would take everything beneath that too. And they didn't ask for that. No. Anyway. Diana says, I love your Six of Pentacles Halloween donuts. Thank you. Great. Oh, thank you, Rachel. Thank you. All right. I've got to leave you for a minute because I need some socks and a sweater. I don't know. The energy of that was so cold. I'm cold now. So sorry to do this. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. Okay. I need some socks and a sweater. Okay, I have returned. And I'll talk to you while I'm putting my socks on. I showed up at one of the afternoon live streams, and she fell over on camera. I showed up at one of the live streams, and somebody there, I had put on a fleece because I was cold, and someone says like, "Oh, you and your fleeces." I was like, "Me and my fleeces?" And even Sarah was saying, yeah, when you started doing this every day, you wore your fleeces a lot. It's like, is that a problem? No. But the way they said it, it was like, I like how structured they are. Okay, now I'm hot. All right, this is, yeah, because I was just running around. But anyway, in this particular fleece, I will share with you because why not? This didn't start out as mine. Apparently, I guess somebody gave it to my father, and it didn't fit him, or he didn't like it or something. So he gave it to one of my sisters, and then she didn't want it, and I think she gave it to the other sister. So I showed up the other day, a few months ago. I showed up. I was wearing this, and it must have been actually when it was cold earlier in the year. Doesn't matter. I showed up in this, and my middle sister, she looked at me. She said, "Oh, so that's where that ended up." Yeah, that's where that ended up. Okay. Welcome to 50. Hot, cold, then crazy. Thank you. I like the structure. I like then again, I like Star Trek, that whole, I like the Vulcan structured look. I just do. Cheryl says, I'll give you some of my extra natural padding. Right when we get cold. Oh. Molly and Francis, I love my fleeces. I'm wearing one right now. Dave says, you say the same thing as the Buddha a lot. Do I? Okay. So I better get my skates on if I'm going to get any of these other readings done, because my goodness. I've hardly covered anything today. Insulation needed? No. It's good. I've got a little heater behind me that I have going in the winter, but I'm in front of 3 great big windows, and they're good windows. It's just the temperature fluctuates a lot. So 105. Let's move on here. Will Clark testify next week? Vicky, I'm going to wait on your question about free speech TV. I want to look it up a little bit so I can talk more, because if it's a good thing, I want to, recommend it or start watching it or something. So I'm actually going to I'm going to do some research on that. So I will put this down here so I don't forget. Also, Deb Marsh, what will the full moon in Taurus energy be like? Honestly, stuff like that you can Google. Full moon in Taurus, and there are there are all kinds of really great articles and great writers out there. So a lot of basic astrology stuff like that. And I'm not I could just say, the Taurus and what Taurus is like, but there's a lot more interesting stuff. Other people say it in a more interesting way than I could. So there's that. And the other question, Kat was asking, will Marjorie Taylor Greene face any repercussions for going after Liz Cheney on the House floor? Pretty sure I read on that yesterday. It was yesterday or the day before, but everything's timestamped. So, and she's a troll and she's being used. So, oh, no. No, nay. There. I wanted to keep that one. So Vicky's question is there. Okay. So, B. Smith says, one of my kitties is snuggled up on my fleece I dropped on the sofa. Oh. Okay. Wellbeing and Health is asking Dave, please keep us informed about the weather heading your way. Be safe. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So we're going back up here to Clark. Guys, I know I'm turning 50. Okay. But I'm okay. And I shouldn't. And it's nothing personal against anybody. Certainly not you who just mentioned that. But I just want to bring this up, that everybody's different when it comes to these topics, and we need to certainly get rid of stigma around it. But there's something about, if I get hot or cold or a mood or whatever it is, and someone saying, oh, you're menopausal. I kind of find that like when I was a teenager and I was having a really bad day and something really awful had happened to me, and someone would say, oh, is it your time of the month? And I'm probably being unreasonable there, but there's a lot more to my life and what I feel and what I'm physically going through. And I find I just, and I'm not saying I'm right. I feel like women are, it's been used for so long as something against us that, and nobody says to men, older men, oh, yeah, obviously you're having prostate problems. I mean, you just don't do that. So it seems to be kind of a double standard. I don't know. And I'm sure I'm overreacting, but that's how I feel. So anyway, I got cold because the energy was cold. So, and now my hands are sweating because I don't like, drama belongs in fiction, but I just feel like I need to say something in general. Okay. Okay, thank you guys. That I'm not being read. Okay, thank you. Anyway. Okay. Clark. Okay, Clark testifying next week. Clark testifying. Jeffrey Clark, former Justice Department official, and he pressed his colleagues to pursue Donald J. Trump's election fraud claims. So wasn't Clark the one who they were going to, or they wanted to, Trump was saying, it was talking about replacing, making Clark the AG or something like that. Information there. So is he going to testify next week? Apparently he said he will. I don't know the latest. So it's more like 112 now. Okay. Jeffrey Clark supposed to be testifying in front of the January 6th committee. Now, what I want to know is when is this stuff going to start being, when is it going to start being public? Because the committee has subpoenaed him for records and what have you. Testifying, they're going to be public. The committee said it wanted records and testimony from Jeffrey Clark. But I don't know if what's going to be public. It's not saying. It doesn't say. It doesn't say. Nuclear Magenta, have you ever paid extra attention to tarot cards that jump out, jumpers? Yeah. Oh yeah, I always have a look at those. So Jeffrey Clark, are you going to testify? Are you going to be useful? This stuff needs to be public. I know they're trying to get some information from some people so that they can have that information to use against the main people. But Clark was right there. And they need to start doing this stuff in public. 9 of Pentacles. I'm surprised he isn't trying to use executive privilege or whatever. Hierophant. 2 of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. Jumpers. Anyway, hold please. Where are you? Oh, there. Boy, when you're out in the cold, you're out on the floor, apparently. So, Jeffrey Clark, you're going in front of the government, the committee, the Hierophant. This is right-wing communication, but also pitting people against each other. He's one of the many Republicans being called in. And he's going to be taken to task. He's going to have to answer some hard questions. It's going to kind of shock him. He's not really going to be able to duck and dodge as much as he wants to, because they have information. So Steve says, for all, that time of the month is when the mortgage is due. Okay. I'm surprised he's going to show up, but I've got him showing up. Eight of Pentacles. There's the Trump world. Ooh, that sort of truth feels like it is coming down like a hammer on this guy. Three of Cups. They have information. They know exactly what he did, and if he tries to duck or dodge or lie, they are going to say, oh, nay, nay. This is what happened. This is the truth. That's all I'm getting on that. So 117. There's Clark. Alicia had a question about Colin Powell. And since it's just about the past, it should be okay to read on it. People who've just crossed over very recently, you need to keep your energy away from them. But we're going into history back when. So bless your soul. Bless all those you left behind, or who are left behind, but who, in a sense, aren't left behind, because we're all connected. Okay, we're just looking at the past. So, was Powell lied to on weapons of mass destruction, or misinformed by the CIA after 9/11? Were you lied to, Colin Powell? I think he was. I remember him speaking at the UN, and I remember he sounded very sincere. Who was the UK ambassador to the UN, or the UK representative of the UN? Spoke out very well. Mr. Straw, I remember. His name is Mr. Straw. Yes, I think it was. Stephen says we all were. Chris Martin says, I think he was a fall guy. 5 of Cups, a disappointment. Susan said he had to have been lied to. Jack Straw, that was it, Barbara Cole. Lisa says, yes, I remember, bless his soul. Queen of Swords. Death card, going to war. 4 of Swords. 9 of Cups. 10 of Cups. He was lied to. He didn't know. He didn't know there was nothing there. We were still in panic mode. And being told that we had to fight back. It was the perfect time for Halliburton to make a whole lot of money and take advantage of the situation. And how many people did we lose because of it? He was lied to. He was lied to. And to say that he was disappointed when he figured that out is an understatement. Diana says legal pundits say Jeffrey Clark doesn't have the expertise to write those letters. Someone else is behind it. Well, I believe the committee is going to reveal a lot. Charles Carey saying that's Bush for you. Alicia says that's what I thought. Stephen Haggerty saying I blame Dick Cheney's greed. Yep. GM Davis saying they all fell for the right-wing bull. Yeah. Okay. 121. Kat Shepard had a question about Justice Clarence. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you guys. When I was trying to find out more information about Texas and Obergefell and all of that, since we're talking about Supreme Court justices. Ooh, Jonathan Mitchell. Sinclair Media. Oh, I know what I was going to share with you. I'll have to share it shortly. I've got that. I've got that and that. Come on, where is it? There was a thing here I had about this is it. Hang on. Keep hitting invite. I mean, you hit share screen. Chrome tab. This is a little worrying. Justices Thomas and Alito and the threat to LGBTQ equality. Justices Thomas and Alito want marriage equality overturned. Even if that doesn't happen, we'll still have to fight off efforts to chip away at it. Lovely. So the question is, will Justice Clarence Thomas, right there he is, stop screen. Will Justice Clarence Thomas be impeached for his collusion with the insurgency? Let's have a look. Oh, boy. Yes, let's impeach a justice. Yeah, the Supreme Court is making me very nervous. Holly and Francis say, why didn't the Senate believe Anita Hill? Thomas wouldn't have been confirmed. They didn't believe Blasey Ford. And even Trump said he believed her. Didn't matter. All right, Thomas, specifically Clarence Thomas. Hey, are you going to be removed from the Supreme Court for your and your wife's contribution to the January 6th insurrection? Fight tooth and nail. They would fight tooth and nail to not have that happen. And it's not going to happen with the court, with the Senate the way it is right now. But if all the Democrats go out and vote in 2022, there may be a chance. Knight of Pentacles. Oh yeah, pushing their right-wing agenda. Pushing his right-wing agenda. Hierophant. It's appointed for life to the institution. 9 of Pentacles. Oh, he is sitting pretty. Sitting pretty. Vast power. Prestige. For life. 6 of Pentacles. And he feels like he can do what he wants. And when he speaks, everybody listens. Yeah, that won't go to anybody's head. 2 of Swords. Justice. I don't like this ending with the Justice card. A legal decision, and then the Major Arcana Justice card. So is he allowed to stay? Or, because I didn't get the Hierophant. If I got the Hierophant at the end, that could be the institutions like Congress, like the Senate. Doing something about it. And again, I haven't gotten any cards yet saying he's going to be removed, but let's see. Oh, Diana Kashi, is that it? I want him gone. Oh, you and me both. You and I think most of us. Apparently, Gary's saying we haven't kicked one out since 1805. Clarence Thomas. Well, that's the far right. It was the grouping, the insurrection, I'd say the tiki torches, but it's even worse. Rachel, I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Wands. King of Wands. 8 of Ghosts. 3 of Wands. I think it's going to go right past him. It feels like it's going right. There's evidence that's not great. There's a lot of evidence uncovered about people on the right, actions taken, far right action taken, started. But I'm just getting this feeling of whoosh, right past. That's what I'm getting. Janine Tarot. Sounds familiar, but I can't think of it right offhand. Lenatus Justice tells me he's going to be held accountable. I wish. Please, I want to be wrong. Sandy Miller says chewable papaya tablets at the health food store were even better than Tom's, just saying. Oh, look at that in mind. Papaya tablets. Ask if he steps down prior to that, says Lynott. As you wish, my friend. Thomas, will you step down from the Supreme Court? With that ego? Knight for the far right. 6 of Cups. 8 of Cups. Wheel of Fortune. I'm getting him under a lot of pressure. I'm getting his star going down for quite a while. If I'm getting evidence, Chris Martin said for life. Yeah. Betty Harper. Oh, no, not saying because he could say health problems. True. Magician pulling a rabbit out of the hat. King of Pentacles. 10 of Swords. Death card. I don't say this in any negative way. I certainly don't wish it on him. I say this only in the sense that every one of us, our time is limited. Every one of us. That feels like he'll be leaving in, let's just say, toes up. He can do a lot more damage by the time he goes. Lana says, I don't think his heart is good. I could understand that. I don't think, it's 3 sizes too small in the first place. But I just got that really strong feeling. That's what I get. We could try again in the future. That's what I'm getting right now. All right, 131. 131. Catherine had a question. Now that Lev Parness has been found guilty, will Igor and Rudy have the same result? Igor, 3 for Igor, 3 for Rudy. Janine Tarot scared me. She spreads lots of conspiracies. She said yesterday that Biden would be held and sent to prison very soon. She called him the fake Biden. Oh my gosh. Wheezy Squeezebox is saying Janine Tarot is a big Trump supporter. Second channel sending ravens. It's just Canadian. That sounds entertaining. Stupid. Entertaining, though. Oh, fake Biden. No, Uncle Joe's Uncle Joe. Igor, 3 for Igor, 3 for Rudy. Gary just, I guess, went and looked. She's a nutcase. I'm listening. Oh my gosh. Never watched her. Oh, they're all out in the cold. They're all out in the cold. They should have gone for some kind of, well, maybe they couldn't pay enough to get Trump to give them pardons or whatever. For Igor, 6 of Cups, Page of Wands, 5 of Swords. That does not bode well. This is his communications. This is, this feels like a corruption. Normally I get Cups for Democrats, but this feels like a corruption because aren't they accused of funneling foreign money into political campaigns illegally? Excuse me. Yeah, this is not pretty for him. And for Rudy, poor Rudy. Oh my gosh. 5 of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. Has anyone been picking up that Rudy might actually see the inside of a jail cell? It feels like him writing and things while he's inside a jail cell. Rudy. if Rudy went to prison, his liver would be happier. He'd be sober for the first time in. Queen of Swords. A Page of Wands, World card. Two of Swords. Oh, I don't know if he'll get there. He might, well, his life is definitely going to change. But a legal decision. He might try to turn on Trump to save himself. Because there's a real possibility. It feels like a real possibility of him getting jail time. Or maybe he's held while he appeals or something. I think there's more to that. I'll have to read on it in future. I just hope his health lasts that long. Yep. GM Dave says all the tarot readers I watch know and like each other. Yeah. And you want to be around the people you like when you're reading. You want the energy to be good. So thank you, White Dragon. Okay, boy, I talked a lot today. 136:30. Oh, the missionaries in Haiti. I 136:30. This isn't exactly politics, but I'll see what I can get. And then we'll read on Madison Cawthorn. Ick. Will they be released unharmed? I'm not loving this energy. Lover's card, people missing them. They are definitely, for what it's worth, they're really like the church they're from or whatever. There are people praying for these people. Like, if that positive energy could pick them up and levitate them back to the States or wherever, it would. I mean, it's just, there's some heavy duty praying going on right now. Two of Wands, Queen of Cups, 10 of Wands. I'm getting some damage. I'm not getting clear-cut energy. I'm getting some damage. But that's kind of all I'm getting. What are other readers? Because it's usually the consensus among readers is what's most likely to happen. Are other people getting them being released unharmed? That would be awesome. I would so love to be wrong. No, Sherry Cawthorn didn't just have his law license revoked. I don't think he has one, does he? It was Gates who didn't pay his dues, and they were going to revoke his license, but he paid his dues, apparently. Haitian. Somebody making themselves look big. Moon, 7 of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. Pay some money. If it's pay a certain amount of money, just give them money. Give them money. Money, give them the money, and yeah, give this person, give this jerk the money. it feels like some of them have been hurt. Dionysus Linda G saw them released unharmed and money changed hands. Okay. Unharmed would be awesome. We like that. But definitely give them the money. Give them money. It doesn't feel like this is some ideological thing that, you can't pay them off. You can pay these guys off. But I hope they're unharmed. Don't know what's going on with my sinuses. Kind of falling apart today. And it's almost 2:00, but let me see if I can sneak in another question or two. Black Cat Blue Chair says, I just read on the hostages, got a lot of bad cards, including death. I hope I'm wrong. You and me both. Yeah. Chris Martin said, one reader said a raid and people are being okay. As long as they're okay. As long as they're okay and they come back. That's all that matters. I'm happy to be wrong. I mean, I'm just honest about when I'm wrong, but certainly if it's the possibility of someone being hurt. Oh, no. Oh, thank you for your question, Catherine. Okay. All right, Cawthorn, 14130. Okay. Kathy Lamson was asking, will Madison Cawthorn ever be outed as the liar he is? Well, we know he's a liar. We know he's awful, but let's just read on the future of Madison Cawthorn. See, I know this is stupid of me, but this is how I think of it. I think I was raised right because it's hard for me. I actually have to stumble over reading on some of these politicians when they have physical infirmities. Because I was raised that you don't say anything negative about somebody who's already fighting battles like this. But these people have power. And the policies they're advocating for are heinous. So I just have to say, okay, you're in power. But there's just part of me that's, when it comes to Cawthorn, if I'm thinking of the right person, Cawthorn, Abbott, it's just like, there's this little part of me that's like, okay, no, they have power. They're using that power for reading on the power. So Cawthorn's political future. Far right, it's a lot of stuff in the air being thrown by the far right, but it might actually be stuff being thrown at the far right. Have a good day, B. Smith. Knight of Cups, Empress, Nine of Swords, Sun, Six of Swords. Is he in any legal trouble? This is worry. This is real worry. Stuff coming to light. Is this him leaving or is this him going up the river? Hello, Patricia. Hello, Queen the Empress. Gary Atkins, that's pretty low. I hope you're not talking to me. I hope I haven't said something really heinous. I'm trying to do the right thing here, the right things here. It's my intention. Cawthorn, are you gonna have some legal problems, Spiff? No. Okay, thank you, Carrie. Hanged Man. It's a suspension. Page of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Seven of Wands. So on the far right, on the defensive. He was just a young Republican, but it all went haywire on the defensive with the other people on the far right. He might lose it. It feels like him losing his seat in Congress. That's all I'm getting. Sally, hey, you've got your birthday's coming up. Happy birthday. Oh, talking about Garrett. Okay, thank you. Sally's saying there's so much stuff going on, it's hard to keep track. Thank you for the calming spirit. Oh, good. Yeah, he's yeah. I'm getting him losing his seat in Congress, very clearly. Awooga alert. So, okie dokie. Let me see if I can squeak. Oh, I've got low band. Internet's a little iffy, but hopefully it'll hold on. What else can I look at here? 146.30. 146.30. Lola was asking, is Bezos ever going to release outtakes from The Apprentice? If he does, will it have changed the minds of any of the Trump supporters? Come on, Jeffrey, you can do it. Put your back into it. You're ever going to release outtakes from The Apprentice? Four of Pentacles. There's something about the rights or being sued and the judge putting off the stuff being there's a lack here. There's a lack of something, and we know it's not money. Something missing. It's a Lover's card. Oh, people did love him. He got away with everything and anything on that when he was doing The Apprentice. Six of Swords, Knight of Swords, Five of Pentacles, 10 of Wands. This is odd. It feels like maybe it's like someone's scooping them up. And it's not Bezos. This is odd. This is odd. There's something crucial missing here. Bezos. He has enough money to throw around. Tower. The Trumpies tower's falling down. He's got other bigger problems. That's communication of how far right and awful he is. Nine of Cups. It will come out eventually. But I don't know that it's going to be in time to make much of a difference, or that it will make much of a difference. Someday you'll be able to see all the outtakes. Like, they'll make them all available. But Trump's going to have bigger problems than that a lot sooner. That's what I'm getting. So, okay. Let me see if I can. I know I'm finally here, but okay. 150, 15. 150, 15. Fire Sky had a question. The five of Kirsten Sinema's advisors quit due to her tactics. Will she succumb to peer pressure? I haven't been picking up on her doing that because she's so blinded by greed right now. She's not listening to anybody except the Benjamins. Sinema, your advisors, 5 of your advisors just left. Are you going to come to your senses, or are you just going to keep counting the money? Insult to injury. That's how basically everyone feels about her. 6 of Wands. Yeah, 6 of Wands. Knight of Pentacles. Taking donor money. Taking Republican donor money. King of Wands. This is not good. You're supposed to be a Democrat. I'm getting cards of Republican money and the far right. There's the World. Okay, that's a sudden change. And there's the Knight of Wands again. Republican, far right, far right, far right. No, I don't get her. I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, everything you need to know about her is when she voted against raising the minimum wage to $15 an hour. And she didn't just, vote against it like, okay, you've got your reasons or what have you. But she went up in front of the dais like John McCain, gave a thumbs down and this sarcastic little curtsy. A curtsy. I'm not exaggerating. It was disgusting. It was just like insulting, and that made me crazy. Diana, are you reading on Cinnabon? Isn't that what Linda G calls her? Knight of Cups. Yeah, you're supposed to be fighting for the Democrats, but she never listened to me. 6 of Wands, King of Wands, again, Emperor. I don't get this woman having a come to reality moment, come to decency moment. I'm just not. Okay. And lastly, 153.30. Robin had a question. Will Republicans pose as Democrats in future elections? Will Republicans pose as Democrats in future elections? I wouldn't put anything past them. Oh yeah, Katie. Hey, Katie. She had that skirt on that reminded me of Catholic school too, with her thumbs down. 6 of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. Ace of Wands. Magician. If it wasn't for social media, if it wasn't for the modern internet, they could get away with something like that. But what I've got here is hey, I've got an idea. Hey, I've got an idea. Let's take this initiative and do this thing. And then it's like, you saying please exhibit your entire social media history, your everything you've ever done, everything you've ever written, everything, all of your friends for forever. Reality, that's what I've got there. They wouldn't be able to get away with it. That's what I'm getting. Suspend, yeah, it wouldn't work. Nice try. Nil point. 9 of Cups, 2 of Wands, Lovers. But what the cult members will do not underestimate them. You know how dealing with people from like the Scientology. I'm not a fan of Scientology, by the way. I'll just put that out there. And sometimes it's like you're talking to somebody who it's like you're not talking to I mean, come on, I read tarot cards and I believe in all kind of spiritual stuff and possibilities and what have you. But my mind's open to learning, to growing, to finding other ways, and, devoting your entire life and existence to the writings of a fiction writer who used his powers for evil, for ego, and no, pretending he's some kind of, I don't know, prophet. No. Anyway, there's a reason I brought this up. Talking to people in cults. If you're talking to someone in Scientology and it's just like, wow, this conversation is not going to go anywhere because I don't feel like I'm talking to someone who's got their feet on the ground. Okay. This cult is not just going to go away. The cult of Trump is not just going to go away. And there are people who they have embraced that fascism and they're not giving it up for anything. But they're in the extreme minority. That's the thing. So they've always been there, only now we can see them. That's Pluto's gift. You can see what's really the problem, so you can deal with it. Pluto doesn't play around. Anyway, that's going to do it for me for today. Yes, Katie. Yes. Thank you. All right. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. It is 2:15 here in Chicago. At 4 o'clock, I'll be over at Book Art Media to do creative work. You're always welcome. It's just a timed thing, and we encourage each other. Very exciting, Colleen. Oh my gosh, Colleen, who comes to the group. She wrote this book. It's a children's book. Why Am I? It was just read by Sarah Ferguson, Duchess of York. She has a YouTube channel where she reads children's books and all this kind of. She just read Colleen's book. It's very exciting, and there are links in the description box. So, if anybody wants to come by and congratulate Colleen, we certainly did, and that's quite a feather in your cap. And the reason I do this is because our creative energy is so important, and it really is. Colleen McCarthy Evans, right there. She just had her book read for the Duchess of York, or former Duchess of York. I don't know if she still has her titles, but it's a good book. Beautiful art. So, and if you're looking for a children's book, there you go. So anyway, link to Book Art Media, the channel is in the description box. And yeah, other than that, I'll be back here tomorrow because I'm here 365 days of the year. Thank you for everything and your kindness. All right, and your creative energy is very important. The world needs it. It's positive energy. It's healthy for you. It's healthy for the planet. It's good for everybody when people have creative outlets. So, yes, Stephanie. Au revoir, mes amis. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.